is Tarik Talk. Your host, Tarik Mendes, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tarik Talk.
Edit. All right, guys. Today I'm here with Maria. Maria, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being on the podcast today. Can you share with us your Instagram account?
Yes, it's Foxy Painter.
Foxy Painter. Can you spell that for us, for all the non-English speaking listeners?
Foxy Painter. FOXYPAINTER. Foxy
Perfect.
Painter.
Thank you so much. Can you tell me a little bit about the work you're going to be exhibiting in the gallery?
Sure thing. I have 4 pieces for today's show. The first one is called Not My Job.
Okay.
It's inspired by this British girl band named Flo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I have this song in my head all the time. It's called Not My Job, so I decided to make a piece for it.
Oh, nice.
And in the canvas itself, the lyrics are on there. It's more about women not being submissive to men and not being responsible for their actions and for their emotions. And I really represented that in the painting. The other 3 that I have, there is a pair called Lejos, which means far away, far.
Okay.
And it's these 2 long distance lovers. One is in New York, the other one is in London. And they're in love. They're across the water. The Atlantic separates them. It's a very romantic piece. Yeah. And then the last one that I have is called Tyra Banks.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, like, Tyra Banks?
Tyra Banks. So she is the inspiration of that one. There's a image of her where she has soda cans as hair rollers. Oh, wow. And so it's very iconic. A lot of people have done it, but that photo has been... That photo has
viral, I think, because I've
gone
never seen
viral.
it.
Yes, a billion times. It's all over everywhere. And so I was like, let's make something out of it. But the story behind that one is, I knew that this show was upcoming, and I was kind of tired of showcasing the same things over and over again for the last 3 shows that I've done. So I was like, let me just make something else real quick. And I gave myself 6 days to make it.
Oh, wow.
And I made it
all the paintings?
No,
or just
the one.
Oh,
just the Tyra Banks
that's
one.
Still amazing. Yeah.
I made it in 5 days. I made a little video about it. And it's not insane. It's not crazy. It's not as detailed as my other ones. But I'm still very proud of the way that I finished it so fast. I feel like I'm very good under pressure, especially when I know it's something that's coming up, that it's upcoming. And I don't know, I'm just very happy about it. And I tend to look more into vintage looking things from like the 50s, 60s, 70s and up. And I get a lot of inspo from Pinterest, from other artists online. My favorite artist right now, her @ is Paint by Lane. There's also Terry Urban. He's awesome. There's a lot of cool people out there.
Oh, nice. And can you tell us about your creative process? Like, how does that work for you?
Sure. So my creative process, I don't feel like there's just one way of doing something. There's a billion ways. I really depend on the advice and the wisdom of my other artistic friends, my designer friends, my graphic designer friends. And I really value their feedback with everything that I do. I always ask them I always ask my friends, do you think this looks good? What do you think of these color schemes? So it's more of like a collaboration with all my friends too. Outside of my friendship, I get a lot of inspo from vintage magazines that I always find at flea markets. Pinterest is a great source of finding other things, and just life, everything around me.
Love that. Are you an artist that you like to collaborate and hear people's input?
Yes. I haven't actually collaborated physically with another artist yet, but all my friends are graphic designers, artists, they're everything.
And do you show the work before it's finished, or the midway, or how?
Show the work online?
No, like to your friends for like you said.
Oh,
for
from
opinions?
start to finish.
From start to finish.
Yeah,
oh, wow, okay.
From ideation to finish. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And like when you get to the studio, what kind of artist are you? Are you the artist to like get straight to work, or do you gotta have like a coffee, a cafecito, like listen to music, meditate?
No, yo no tomo café. Yo no tomo café.
Oh, and you do a painting in 6 days. What's your secret?
Vibes.
Vibes. Okay,
Vibes,
gotcha.
energy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But my number one motivation for painting is music. Music is the thing that drives me. I live with my cousin. Okay. And I have an Alexa, right? And I connect my Spotify to the Alexa and I blast it. I put on volume 10, like all the way up. And the one thing he always tells, he doesn't get bothered by the music, but he's always like, you can't do this without music, can you? I was like, nope.
No way.
I cannot. I cannot. Vibes. It is.
Yeah. And do you have any other shows later this year?
Yes, I have one next month.
Oh, wow.
Congrats. It is in Long Island City.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the gallery right now, but I will tell you in 2 seconds.
Guys, bear with us. We're in the middle of New York City.
TLG, yes. TLG, New York City Art Gallery, 4342nd 12th Street, New York, New York. Perfect. Long Island City. Perfect. The theme of the month-long exhibition is Spike Lee's love for the New York Knicks.
That's so cool.
And so they reached out to me and asked if I was able to make a piece for them.
Yeah.
And I have 3 weeks to make it. So
it's better than 6 days, right? Alexa better get ready to be overworked.
Exactly.
Right? And do you have any mediums that you think like of tackling in the future, like sculptures, like anything? Photography.
I've never done any sculpture work. Photography, I mean, like, I think I have a creative artistic eye. I feel like I could be good at that, but I use my iPhone 15 Pro and I feel like that's camera enough. Yeah.
And do you find yourself like being inspired by everything? Like, how does inspiration come to you? Is it like out of the blue? Careful.
I think that most of my inspiration is, like I said, guided by my friendships that I have. I also rely on my mom a lot. My mom is also an artist.
Yeah.
And I value my mom's opinions a lot too, because she's the one that taught me everything I know. She introduced me to so many different techniques and textures and different canvases and papers and everything. So it's really all comes from her too.
And what time of the day do you like to paint? Is it like, are you a nighttime artist, daytime, or just like it's spontaneous for you?
To be honest, it's whenever I have time, because I do also have a full-time job. So whenever I get off of work, I am painting.
Okay. And do you find your brain like always being on? Like, are you always having like ideas and being inspired?
Yes.
And if you do, are you able to kind of like have a day off and like, you know, take care of your mental health, or do you like that like nonstop?
That's a loaded question.
I know.
Yes, I like taking days off. Who doesn't? But I also have like that guilt inside of me where it's like, if I don't create something, if I don't do something, like I'm not going to excel. I'm not going to continue. But I think because of also my job, I'm in marketing. I'm in a creative field itself. So I'm, like you said, I'm always thinking about different things, always with other creative people, and I'm always in a safe space to make art, whether it's for marketing or for myself. I'm always in a good place to do it.
Oh, that's dope. And do you think being Latina has influenced your work?
That's a good question. I think in regard to music, that's definitely what motivates me is Spanish music. Whenever I'm working, whenever I'm doing anything like salsa, merengue, like get me in there. I'm dancing while I'm painting.
Some Celia Cruz.
Exactly. And whenever I post the whenever I post the videos that I make or anything, it's always like a Spanish song or something like that. So
the thing I like about your work is that like it's happy, it has a lot of colors. But then, like, the longer you stare at it, it has, like, meaning and it has, like, a story. So, like, you know, it kind of grabs your attention. And then, like, you start to admire, like, it's like a portal. Like, it just takes you, like, to whatever you're feeling. Like,
that's good. Art is subjective. You make your own story.
Yeah, I love that.
I could give you a story, but it's up to you, honestly.
And do you like, because I interview a lot of artists, and I think this is episode 56.
Okay.
So, a lot of artists tell me, like, half of them are, you know, they like to observe people look at the work and not speak with them and, like, see their perspective. But then they also like to, you know, talk to them and hear their perspective. Which artist are you, would you say?
I would say I do both. I watch them look at my art. I like that they appreciate it. So then after they have a few seconds, I'm like, I go up to them and I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Thank you for appreciating. I'm the artist. What did you guys think? What's your favorite thing? So I try to make more conversation with them so that it's not just, I'm looking, I'm walking away. I try to make it more intentional for sure.
I love that. And how do you keep track of your ideas? Like, do you write everything down? Do you carry like a little notepad, notes app? Like, how do you keep track of all the like cool ideas you probably have?
Yes, I definitely use the notes app in my phone.
Okay.
I don't really have a notebook. I should. I was thinking about it. I went to Blick yesterday and I was like, maybe I should get a notebook.
Yeah.
But then it's like I'm a girl and I don't really have space in my hands or pockets.
Yeah. That's pretty dope. And do you ever like if you're out of inspiration or ideas, do you ever go back to like old drawings and sketches and try to like give it like a little new life or remix it?
I haven't done any type of remixes of my old things, but I do enjoy going back and looking at what I've done just to see how much I've grown.
Yeah. So are you going to be here for the 3 days that the gallery show will be running?
Yes, I will be here all 3 days.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for being on the podcast today. Can you just share with us your Instagram one more time?
Yes, my Instagram is Foxy Painter, FoxyPainter.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you the best of luck on the show.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you for listening to Tarik Talk. Follow Tarik Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online.